Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about Clover Health. I like this company not only from a Wall Street bets short squeeze type of investment, but also as an opportunity to hold this stock in the long run if the short-term investment does not work out according to my plan. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Adam, and here we talk about stocks, investments, cryptocurrencies, and saving money where it counts. And today we're going to be looking at Clover Health investments. We're going to go over the bull as well as the bear thesis for Clover Health, where I see this stock going in the near to long term, as well as what I'm doing with Clover Health investments. And you're looking here at the 1 year chart of Clover Health. As you can see, it started out near $10, which is the pre-SPAC deal price generally. And this is a SPAC that's backed by Kamoth, and he's known as sort of the king of SPACs. And he's recently come under a lot of heat based off of the Hindenburg research report, which we'll discuss in a bit. And that's mainly the bear case, where there was a Department of Justice investigation on Clover Health practices, whether or not they're giving money to doctors for promoting their Clover Assistant, which is their data aggregation tool. But anyways, as we can see, it's down by 17% over the past year. But this stock has received ridiculous volatility, going from $10 to $17, a nice 70% increase before falling back down to by 57% to even under $7, and then gaining 200% before now falling back down by close to 60% at around $9.30. And so I actually invested in this company when it was around the $8 range. I rode it all the way to $17, and then I sold all of my shares, and now I'm starting to accumulate more shares in the hopes of riding the same wave again. And if it doesn't work out, then I will be holding Clover as a long-term investment. So even if my short-term play doesn't work out, which I think it will based on the high short interest, as well as the Wall Street bets community that's going behind Clover Health, I'll be holding it for the long term, again, if the short squeeze number 2 or 3 does not happen. But I think it has a really high chance of happening based off of what I've been seeing by AMC and GME. This is not the end of Clover Health here and the short squeeze. So number one, let's take a look at the market cap. Right now, a 3.7 billion market cap, below its pre-SPAC price of $10 per share. And it's, I think, unnecessarily beaten down at this point. I'm not buying heavily yet. I'll buy heavily if it goes below $9. But a lot of people are holding the bag right now because they have accumulated shares at around $12 or so per share. And of course, that's a pretty big loss right now. So I'm not accumulating heavy yet because I think it might still run the downward channel, which we'll look at the technicals in a bit. But right now, growing at a pretty nice clip, 21% revenue growth year over year for 2021, and 34% revenue growth expected for 2022. And the average estimate is 1.1 billion in revenue growth over a company that should be profitable by 2023. I'm liking the way that this is looking right now. Okay, and here we can see the charts. Of course, this was the initial first squeeze when the stock actually reached $27 before falling back down to earth. At one point, it was up like 86% on the day, and I was like, wow, like I need to take some profits just because I knew that was unsustainable. And look what happened. It went above the upper Bollinger Band here, basically 2 standard deviations above the 20-day moving average before falling below and going within the Bollinger Bands, but they widened because of this increased volatility. And now it's sort of just sitting on the lower Bollinger Band. And what could basically happen, and I'll just draw quickly here, is it could continue riding the lower Bollinger Band and continue falling further. And I see a support level forming at around the $8 level, around like right here where it was previously. And if it breaks through that, then who knows where it could go, but it could go definitely to like $7-ish, $6. The other way it could go, I think it could just like keep going up from here. I would actually like to see it go downwards to accumulate more shares, but it could go up, and I would say the next resistance level is around the $15 mark right here. So that could be a potentially nice gain in a short amount of time. So that's where I see Clover Health going in the short term. It could either go to around the $8 mark, or it could start going up and curling up towards the 10, 12, and then $15 mark is where I see a main form of resistance right here. So, but that's just based off of the technicals. Right now, RSI at 40, not necessarily overbought or oversold, and the MACD looking at a bit of a bearish pattern, but there could potentially be a crossover, and we could see a bullish signal form. So it's not, these technicals are not tried and true. It could definitely go one way or another based on some fundamentals that come out. For example, more allegations, or for example, if the Department of Justice allegations are closed and Clover Health is in the free. And they have some really strong numbers. So the futures prospects look strong, as Medicare penetration is expected to rise from 36% to 50% in 2025. Right now, America's health system, well, it has been in shambles for a while, and Clover Health is trying to fix that. It's basically, its Clover Assistant is its main tool, and it's a data aggregation tool that basically uses machine learning, a form of AI, artificial intelligence, to basically compile data and use the artificial intelligence to make better and more informed choices that physicians can make based on the tool. So it takes charts from primary doctors, from outpatient visits in clinics, and puts that all together to make a better informed choice that the doctor can then use to make a diagnosis or a treatment plan. So that's basically the thesis behind Clover Health. So Medicare penetration is expected to rise from 36% in 2020 to 50% in 2025, and that's where Clover Health is getting its main advantage through Medicare. And this represents a huge opportunity for Clover. The company's market share is growing much faster than most of its peers. While the company covered 41,000 members in 2019, it's expected to rise to 273,000 in 2021, and more than double by 2023 to over 500,000. So again, high growth prospects, high investment thesis, and right now we can see short interest is around 36% for Clover Health. Okay, and I said before that this has the backing of the Clover Health / Wall Street Bets community, and a lot of people are buying shares, and there's a lot of retail interest in it, which could easily push the stock price up and create volatility. And I've said this before, but I think with these type of stocks, volatility is your friend. As long as you have an iron gut and you're willing to add more shares as the stock price goes down, I think you just have a huge potential for some upside. And I mean, 36% short interest, that's no joke right there. So and their main investment thesis here is that Clover is a tech company whose software allows them to improve outcomes and lower costs. Clover is quickly capturing share from incumbents, and its differentiation will make it harder for others to copy. Direct contracting supercharges the entire business by creating a low-cost acquisition channel to cover more lives. Clover is the fastest growing Medicare Advantage company in the US. Medicare Advantage is the fastest growing market within healthcare, with broad regulatory moats and political support. And it takes a lot of work basically to switch from one insurance provider to the next. So this is what they're talking about. That's their moat right there. And healthcare has grown faster than everything, including big tech. So basically growth times growth times growth is the investment thesis here. The only thing that's concerning is, of course, that Clover Health did not disclose a Department of Justice investigation into Clover Health's practices, including why the numbers are growing so big in terms of Clover Health's members. If they were allegedly paying doctors like $200 per visit for people to sign up to the Clover Health system and stuff like that. So yeah, and Clover Health is also still losing money at the moment, and who knows how long it'll take them to scale up. But the way that they're growing, they should become profitable by 2023. That's at least what they're saying right here. So during the first 9 months of 2020, Clover generated an operating loss of $25 million on revenue of $501 million, compared with an operating loss of $123 million on $344 million on revenue for the same period in 2019. So they're growing money at an exponential clip, which is what I really like to see, and hopefully this continues. And the company has attributed the improvement partially to reduced medical expenses for members in 2020, as COVID-19 caused many to defer routine medical treatment. And Clover hopes to become profitable in 2023. So that's stunning growth right there, and I think it should continue. And I mean, yeah, in response to the allegations by Hindenburg. By the way, I think you should really read this report. It definitely makes some pretty scathing allegations. It responded to all of them. The only one that stands out to me is the Department of Justice allegation, and it offered no explanation in response to the Hindenburg report on the investigation, only adding that we believe this inquiry is based on the short selling report issued yesterday morning. So, yeah, there's a lot to go on here. You might make a lot of money, you might lose a lot of money, but I think that this is one of the more sound investments in with regards to the Wall Street Bets gang, and you could potentially earn a lot of money even in the long run. So yeah, let me know what you think about Clover Health, whether you're adding any additional shares, or you're just holding for deal life, or how much you're losing on this investment right now. So it might be very soon time to go all in on Clover Health stock. So love you all. Please be sure to smash the thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Feel free to check out the links down below to Wealthsimple, as well as my free Discord group here, and to support me, to join the channel, and to be a party of Suno stock. So cheers, love you all, peace.